markets are seriously concerned about sluggish growth in China, and yuan is setting the tone for other currencies. So if we look at the price action over the past few weeks or so in dollar CNH, we've witnessed this bullish breakout in dollar CNH, an indication that perhaps a new leg higher is in the making. And I think it's worth considering that within the next few weeks and months, dollar CNH is likely to continue to trade higher, driven by prevailing concerns about sluggish growth in China and the Fed consistently pushing against market expectations for rate cuts.
That's really interesting. And of course, looking at the US rates potentially higher for longer, there is a carry element within this that is plain to see for everyone. Is there going to be a political element coming in? Because, Piotr, as you know better than I do, every now and again, the US politicians start looking at China and its exchange rate and saying, hang on a second, this is a competitive problem. But is it this time round, even those US politicians eyeing elections to come, eyeing primaries to come, are they going to realise that the comparative difference in the economies actually is more of a prevailing factor than anything political?
I think it's going to be difficult for US politicians to make that argument that China is devaluating its currency in order to obtain competitive advantage over the US. Because as we know, China is trying to do the opposite, is trying to control the pace of yuan depreciation. But I think, if we look a little bit broader at what's happening in China, and obviously the main story today is this disappointing measures announced by the PBOC, this is perhaps different world compared to 2007, 2008. After the global financial crisis, China was the driving factor, was the source of growth in global economy. But things are different, and perhaps investors should ask themselves a question, especially those who ended up disappointing with today's measures. Why would China stimulate its economy to the same extent as it did back in 2008, given that China is in a trade war, a trade conflict at least, with the US? So essentially, it's not in China's interest to stimulate its economy in order to stimulate global economy.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.